Hello and welcome. I thought I would do a little bit of 5-minute blitz chess today, which I haven't done in a while. And feel free to leave comments or suggestions on different openings you would like to see played in some of these blitz games. If you want me to try, something specific, I could try that out. Whether you want me to play E4 or D4. So let's begin here. All right, so they're playing that. I guess I'll start with this hippo defense first and, see how that goes. And then I'll try some other options here. All right. So what will they play next here? We'll just set up this hippo defense. All right, so what should I do here? Should I go ahead and capture? Probably don't want to do that. Because I'll leave myself a little bit open. Let's see. We'll just push forward, keep things closed, see what they do next. Develop my knight because I'm a little bit behind in development here. Okay, so let's go ahead and castle. All right. Well, that's interesting. They decided to play that. Now I can chase that knight away there. Yeah, so I guess that threw them off a little bit. But now I can jump my knight up here. Okay, well that is interesting. I was not expecting that. Well, we'll definitely go after that piece. And then let's go there. All right. Now, let's see. Should definitely move that up and develop. Okay. So we want to break this pin. Should we go after that and attack, but then he could drop back down to there. Okay. We'll just attack him. And I have to watch out for the time. Okay, so now he's wanting to attack again. What should we do? We'll just go there and attack. Okay, well that kind of helped us. All right, so now what should we do? Well, we should probably go there. Help protect this. And also we connect our rooks. Okay, well, now we can block like that. Okay. Well, Guess I could attack that rook. Now let's knock that out. Then maybe attack the rook. So if I attack the rook, though, it might open another line into my king. So what should we do here? How about we just go there, grab that open file. All right, now let's see. We'll do that. Okay, so he's piling up on this. Could go there. All right. Well, let's go there. Okay. We'll just pick that off. Play that. All right. Okay, what now? How about we check? Then, oh, they resigned. All right, so why did they resign here? Let's see if we can figure that out. Why would they resign? Oh, because of the mate over here. We have a checkmate on, queen to A1 here. Okay, they should have played, because I may have missed that. With only 30 some seconds left on the clock, I might have missed that mate opportunity there. So they probably should have kept on playing. I mean, at least I have a knight, and our pawns are even. I have an extra knight, though. Okay, let's do a quick game review. And okay, so, well, I guess I played at a higher level than I expected, 88.8 versus their 75.5. I had one great move. I had one inaccuracy, but they had 4 inaccuracies and 3 mistakes. So it says some good positional play let you seize the advantage in the middle game. All right, so start the review here. Okay, so yeah, I played this. Now this says the modern defense, but then I've set up this double fianchetto kind of hippo defense. And sometimes they don't know what to do with that. So that's not a bad opening to play in these fast games, because it can throw the opponent off. So it really liked this move. Of course I had to play that because that knight was forking both my pieces here. So then it left that pawn weak, and my king was able to later come up in there and grab it. All right, so it says you really outplayed your opponent in that one. The opening was balanced. It was a well-fought middle game that you got the better of. Now it looks like I played at a 1700 level versus their 1300, which I don't know. I guess I'm getting older and I have trouble calculating as good and as fast as I used to be able to. And so the younger you are, you're probably going to have more of an advantage in these faster blitz games. So I don't know. I mean, 1700, I'm okay with that. As my Blitz rating here is what, 12, it's just over 1200. So I'm trying to get that up higher. I kind of go up and then down and up and all over the place. Okay, so in the opening we had 85.3, or they had that. We had 84.3. So they played a little bit better in the opening, of course, because we were playing, I don't know, this goofy double fianchetto hippo defense, which I don't know if I should call it goofy, but the computer normally doesn't like that, the moves that you make in that, because they may not be the best moves, but they do give you a little bit of an advantage by throwing your opponent off a little bit. Okay, so in the middle game, they played 71.6 and we played 90.3, so that's what helped us. Okay, I guess I will... Is there anything we need to look at here? I won't dig too deep into analysis. A lot of times I do that. I mean, I guess we could just go through the moves real quick and leave comments in the future. If you want to see me play these Blitz games and you want more analysis or less, just let me know in the comments. So, all right, analysis, let's see, from the beginning. So we just start double fianchettoing, is our strategy here. So we put both the bishops in a fianchettoed position, and we're just crisscrossing through the center of the board. Now they push forward. The computer didn't like that. That kind of shifted the game in Black's favor because they're moving a pawn twice in the opening instead of developing. So, they probably should have just, like the computer says here, developed this bishop to protect the pawn. And now they're saying that I should have pushed forward with the C pawn. But anyway, we're just continuing to develop here. So another strategy in this hippo defense is to push up the A and H pawns to prevent pieces from jumping into G5 or B5. And then, here you place all these pawns on your third rank. Now, in this position, they're able to capture, which they do. Then I recapture, and now they push forward. So what should I have done here after they push forward? It says I should have captured instead to break things open. I didn't really want to do that because I felt my king was kind of in the open. I mean, I guess I could have castled there out of the center and had time to do that. So it looks like, according to the computer, to keep an advantage, to minimize white's advantage, I should say, I should have just captured in the center there. But keeping things blocked up like this, makes it a little bit more difficult for your opponent to figure out what to do, depending, how good they are at strategic play. So here, this was kind of a wasted move. They pushed this knight, but it allowed me to gain time by attacking the knight. And then I was surprised by this. I mean, I guess they were trying to get some kind of play here. So we capture, knight captures, and they thought, well, they could jump in here and have this strong knight. But my bishop can cover that. Huh. The computer actually wanted me to jump my knight up here instead. That is surprising. So, well, now it's saying bishop to c8 is the best move, but it kind of wanted me to move this knight up here, which I didn't like that, because then they could just jump their knight to e6, forking my bishop, rook, queen. If my queen moves, they can capture my rook. So I didn't really want to play that, although I'm already ahead in material, so I can afford to give back a little bit of material. All right, so they jump in, I pick them off, And now they have this weak pawn here, but the trick is, how do I get to it? So I just developed my other knight, which the computer says is best to get that off the back rank and get closer to connecting my rooks. Now we have a pin here, but the computer actually likes the H4 pawn move here to try and push forward and start breaking open my king side, especially with 2 bishops and the queen, everything lined up here. So I block. Now here, when I went back, once again, it recommends that I just let them capture my rook and jump this knight up here, attacking their bishop. Okay, so capture. I was thinking maybe they would move their queen up, and then if I captured, their queen would end up down here. But anyway, this kind of helped me out a little bit. Now my king has moved forward and my rook can come over and try and get some play on this half-open H-file. So the game continues with the rook developing. My queen moves over here. I wanted to protect this backward pawn and connect my rooks. Computer said it would have been best to go queen to c8. Oh, okay. Well, if I did that, their queen could just come down here and pick off this pawn. So why would that have been a good move there? I don't know. That doesn't look too good. Queen to c8. The queen could just come down here, picking this off. All right. They pile up here, and I thought that would maybe be a problem. Whoa. Oh, excuse me. So I jump forward here, knight to d4, blocking the path of this rook. And see, I was wondering about that. I thought maybe they would capture, and it looks like that would have been a good move if they would have gone ahead and just captured there. So instead, they should have captured. The best response would be to capture. Queen captures with check here. And then rook to f6 blocking is the best move because I don't want to give up ground and let this queen have this diagonal here. But, I'm ahead in material here. So here we would have rook to d1, just piling up on this pawn. Although now they're recommending moving the bishop and attacking my rook. But I could just... Interesting option. It's saying that I should just go here. So that's kind of interesting. Or no, actually rook to e8. But, I'd probably just go here and protect. Just go ahead and protect this this pawn here. All right, anyway, back to the game. What actually happened? Rook to g3. So they're lining up here on my king, and I thought, well, he'll probably try and get some attack build up here, but my knights are covering and my rook. So I thought, well, I'll just pick off more material. Looks like it would have been better to just go ahead and pick off this pawn first. So capture. Now they like this move here better, which, yeah, it looks like that would have been better to just jump up here and immediately go after that pawn. So they create a pawn chain here, protect this pawn, taking the queen away from guard duty on the c4 pawn. And then I go here, but they actually like the king moving up here immediately better. So the rook attacks. I go ahead, help protect this. The computer says that's best. So queen to b2, lining up on my king. I move forward Um, hmm. Well, I don't know. I guess I could, eventually just go here and capture this pawn. They want me to actually drop back here, so that's kind of interesting. Um, they try to put pressure here. I just capture, getting out of the line of fire of that queen. Capture, capture, and now trade, leaving my queen with possession of this open file here. And I'm threatening a fork here, which would trade the queens off the board. So queen to d4, attacking the king and queen. They would have to trade. I could capture, and then if they go after that pawn, I guess I could jump my knight up there to protect it, or even better, start moving my king up the board. Now, the queen moves. What is best here? Queen to d4 check. Looks like that's the best move, which I end up playing that. And then the best thing for them to do is queen to f2. But then we would just trade off queens. So, here's where they made a mistake. They went king to h1, and this leads to a mate in 2 after queen to a1. He probably should have kept playing because I only had 40 seconds left on the clock. I might have run out of time if I didn't see this move, but I guess he got frustrated. Well, there you go. All right, I'll do one more blitz game at least. I don't know if I'll do 2, but let's get another blitz game in here. Okay, let me make sure I'm not forgetting anything here. Okay, we'll get out of this screen, go to a new 5-minute game, and see what happens here. Okay, we have black. Let's try a Sicilian defense and just see what they do. All right. All right, so now we're playing the Najdorf Sicilian variation. Okay, so he's immediately attacking me. What should I do? I guess I will go there. And I haven't played this in a while, so I'm a little bit rusty on this. We'll do that. Oh, this is interesting. All right, we'll go ahead and play that. Then that. All right, so now what should we play here? I guess we'll go ahead and just castle. All right. And then they have they had an interesting castling move there, so we'll go ahead and do that. And then we probably need to go ahead and attack that bishop. All right. What should we try next here? All right. What is the best way to keep this going? How about should I go forward here? If I go there and he captures me. All right, we'll just do that. All right. Just play there. Okay, so what does this do? What does this move do? I guess he's threatening to target that. Let's go here and attack. Okay, we'll go there. All right. So now, what should we do? Push forward? All right. We'll just go there. All right. That's not so good. Not so good. Did I make a mistake here? All right, we'll do that. All right, now what should we do? Move this. Move that. All right. Go there. All right, do we attack that rook? Do we go there? Oh man, I'm just trying to hang on here without running out of time. Okay. What can he do? We'll go there. Do that. Play that. Oh, so now we can just go there and then pick off his knight. Well, no, he can drop his knight back. We'll try and play that. All right, what do we want to do next? We'll go there, there, protect. And I ran out of time. That's going to be a problem in these fast blitz games. So, and I was winning. Okay, so let's do a quick game review here. Just not playing fast enough. So I played at 81.4 versus their 76.2. We each had one great move. Now for the bad moves, my opponent had 2 inaccuracies, I had 3. We both had 2 mistakes, they had 2 misses. I had 0, but we both had 1 blunder. So, man, they had a winning advantage up here and then let it go. So, and then I was winning in the end. So let's see what happened in this game. So we played the Najdorf variation of the Sicilian, which I'm rusty on. I used to play this a lot, but I haven't played it in a while. Okay, so that was a good move. We traded off queens. This was not a good move. Because they could capture my knight probably. Let's see. Best would have been what? Just to push forward. All right. Well, okay, so that is a mistake. Best would have been what? To attack their bishop here. And this pawn at the same time. Okay. Oh, and then we had a blunder here. That was a blunder. I give up a knight. Oh, yes. What the heck was I thinking? I guess they were playing too fast as well. They could have just taken my knight. And then, if I take their bishop, they could just capture back. And they would have gone ahead a piece there. So, and they just moved too fast and didn't see it. So, all right. So here, it didn't matter anyway. I guess they were playing for speed to run me out of time. So, if we go further, how did this end here? So it said you had a pretty competitive game there. Both of you played an amazing opening. You were a cut above your opponent in the middle game. Both of you played with incredible precision in the end game, but I ran out of time. So they played at 1300. I played at 1450. 98.2 they played in the opening versus 99.7, and then 59.4 in the middle game, and I played 70, then 93.4 in the end game, and I played 90. All right, well, I guess it doesn't matter if you run out of time. So instead of doing a deep analysis, I will just play another game, and let me know if I do these blitz games, if you want more game review and analysis or just more games, whatever you think, just leave a comment. All right, new 5-minute game. Let's see what we should play here. All right, we have white. I'll play d4 this time and see what they do. All right. All right. What should we try here? How about that? All right. So now, do we push forward here? I think so. I think we should push forward. All right, now, probably should just go there, see what they do. Now this is going to be tricky. All right, we'll just go there and pick off their bishop. Then attack their rook. All right, now we can push forward. I believe we can just, or do we go the other way? Maybe we don't. Let's do that. All right, what do we want to do here? All right. All right, so it's a little tricky here. What do we have available to us? We'll go there. Then we can pick off this piece and just go ahead and material. So I think that works. Or do we just go for a mate up here? All right, yeah, so we just got a mate. That was kind of a crazy game. And man, how are these people moving so fast? I mean, sometimes I play people and they move at ordinary speed, and then other people are playing like lightning. He only used a minute for the entire game, and it took me 3 minutes. So like I said, I guess I'm just slow. I'm getting older, and it's harder to play as fast as when you're a teenager or in your 20s even. Okay, so let's see. Game review. All right, I played at 87.8 versus their 77.4. Looks like I had 2 great moves, but the bad moves, I had 4 inaccuracies. Okay, they had 5, and then they had 1 blunder here. So it says, you won with a nice middle game or mid-game checkmate, turning an even game into victory. So let's do a review here. Well, if we look at this graph up here, whatever you call this, the game, I don't know, synopsis of the game, it looks like everything was pretty even. I kind of maintained a lead. It kind of went up and down, and then boom. Then it's kind of even with black having a slight edge until the end there. All right. Start the review. So here I kind of set up the Kali opening, and looks like it says this is a Zuckertort variation, which I think that's usually when you play B3 and fianchetto over here. But anyway, we can kind of blitz through this, and then I might actually do a little bit more of a review on this game. So that was the way to win a queen here, because what can they do? They're in check. Anyway, we'll take a look at that in the analysis. I'll do a little bit of analysis here. So next is capture and then a mate in one. You know, now they just block with their queen and it's mate. So you have to watch out not pushing. If you don't push one of your pawns, your king could be trapped on the back rank. So always keep an eye out for that. I was kind of watching that on my side of the board as well. I saw that you know, there would have been a way. Where was this? You know, anyway, I had to watch out that black didn't end up down here checkmating me. So let's see. It says you really outplayed your opponent in that one. The opening was balanced. It was a well-fought middle game that you got the better of. So it looks like I played at 1650 versus their 1350. 85.9 in the opening versus their 78.4. And then 90.2 middle game versus their 76. So I'll do a quick analysis of this game since it was only a 25 move game. It's not too long. Okay, so let's take a look. So I played d4 instead. They just follow suit. And now knight to f3 fortifies this d pawn, keeps an eye on e5. So they just push forward here with e6. So kind of like a little French defense setup, sort of. We play the same here. And now the bishop takes this good square on d6, aiming at my king side. I do the same here. It looks like it would have been better to immediately push this pawn because then if they captured, my bishop could recapture. And if they don't capture, maybe I could push forward and chase their, chase their bishop back. So the knight develops here. I develop my knight to keep his knight out of here. You know, now if he jumps down here, I can capture with the knight. And if the pawn tries to capture, my bishop will just win a pawn here. So they castle, I castle. Looks like it would have been better to immediately push forward here. But, you know, I wanted to get castled first. It does like this immediate e4 move, though, because then you're threatening to keep pushing forward and fork both of these pieces. So they probably would capture. Then my knight would capture. So, yeah, this is this Kali system. You know, it's an interesting opening. Like I was saying in some of the other videos, I'm working on a new opening repertoire. So I used to play this. Now I'm getting a little rusty because I haven't played it much in a while. So once again, it wants me to push forward here because if they capture, well, then I can just capture attacking their knight. They'll probably capture with the knight. Then I capture with the bishop. So instead, they push over here, and this is an inaccuracy. So it looks like just developing the other knight would have been better. I play here. That's an inaccuracy. Once again, it says I should just ignore that and attack in the center. So a good piece of strategy. If somebody attacks on the wing, it's often good to counter attack in the middle. So generally, you don't want to attack on the sides of the board unless the middle is locked down and there's not much going on in the middle. But, you know, in here or in this game, I just decided to kind of slow things down over here. They just kept pushing. So now, what is best? Once again, e4 would be better here. So e4 is the best move. It didn't really like that move. Yeah, now it's best to just stop all this play over on the queen side. It looks like just developing the pieces would be better for black. So finally they develop a bishop. I go ahead and develop mine, but it looks like it'd be better to just start pushing forward here. The knight jumps in. Now where is this knight going? Maybe getting ready to push this pawn, and then if I capture, the knight could jump in there. But it looks like queen to c2 is the best move for me. Or now the computer says rook to e1. But I decided to do something over here. So capture, capture. Huh. They actually wanted me to capture away from the center. So that is pretty interesting. Capturing away from the center. Queen develops. Looks like it would be better to just move that knight. But then I guess I could capture over there. All right. Queen to c2, but the computer likes this move. Oh yeah, that would have been a good move. Attacking the queen. Then it lets me bring this f pawn forward, whether they capture my knight or not. All right, so once again, it wants me to move forward, attacking the queen. If the bishop captures, well then we just capture attacking the knight. Then we can move our f pawn forward. So e5 is played, which is an inaccuracy. h6 would have been better. Now we have, looks like capturing with the knight would be better. But these are about even. And now it's saying I should have pushed this pawn forward. All right, so why would it want us to push that pawn? If we push the pawn forward, it would be covered. If they capture, our knight can jump up here. If they capture over here, then... oh, what do we do then? That doesn't look too good. Because if they captured this pawn, if we capture with our pawn, the knight could jump down here, forking our queen and bishop. And that doesn't look too good. All right, well, we capture that way. They capture with the bishop, which lets me take the bishop pair. But it looks like it would have been better to just push forward with the pawn once again. But now I can chase that. Huh. They didn't really care much for that move. They wanted me to go this way instead. All right, so we have a retreat. Finally, I moved this e pawn, and now it's saying that that is not the best move, that I should have left it there and just move my knight forward. But capture, capture. Now they're able to get rid of my bishop pair. My queen ends up in the middle here. And at this point, black, if they play c5, they are ahead. And that's what they play. So queen to f4 is the best move, it looks like. And I don't know, I was able to find that. And I don't know, that might have been luck finding that move. I thought, well, here I can keep an eye on this pawn. I can kind of keep an eye on this square. Although, also if they captured me, I thought I could recapture, then I'm attacking their rook. So they capture. What would have been best for them? Rook to e8. Yeah, that would have been a good move. Centralize the rook. Then get ready to capture here. Okay. They captured like that. And now the best thing to do is capture that pawn with my pawn, which is what I did. Now they should play f6 to get rid of any back rank mating threats, which ended the game. But instead they go after the pawn. So they got greedy pawn hunting. That was the game losing blunder there. Now there's a mate in 6. All right. Well, f6 would have been better. So f6, they played that. It gets rid, well, one, it stops the scope or lessens the scope of this bishop. Prevents the back rank mating threat. Here I should do the same, play h3 or h4. They even recommend rook to c1 here. So, what if I play that? What does it say? Now it's saying that's best and that rook to c8 should be played. All right, well, in the game, that was the losing move, which allowed a rook capture, which the computer says is a great move. Now there's a mate in 5. The best thing, now they captured, which allowed the queen to go up here and deliver a check, resulting in a mate. If they could block with the queen, but then we would mate them. All right, so what should they have done here? Here, the best thing is queen. Oh man, that's a disaster as well. Queen to c8. Okay, what about bishop to c8? That's an even faster mate. Bishop to c8 allows queen. All right, let's take a look at that. If they go there, then we have queen to d4. Queen to d4. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. I mean, looks like f6 is what they should play. Like that, but then we can capture their queen and they can't recapture because of the pin of this bishop on the king. Man, yeah, that looks pretty rough. Okay, so instead of bishop to c8, let's see here. If we go back, the best option is that. And then here I would just capture their queen. Yeah, that would be ridiculous. I would just play this, and then once they do that, I wouldn't even worry about trying to checkmate them. Probably, I would just go up here and attack this pinned bishop and just pick off more material. But let's see what the fastest way to win is. It looks like knight to g5. Oh man, yeah, knight to g5. Then, we're threatening to capture here and then mate over here. So f6, then queen to what? b8. Or rook captures. So I'd probably go with that rook captures because queen to b8. Oh, they can't capture our queen because then we can still mate them. So knight up here to c6, queen captures, bishop captures, rook captures, and then the knight blocks, and then it's mate because of this knight covering the f7 square. All right, well, kind of an interesting game there. I'll go ahead and end these Blitz games with 3 games that I went over today. So like I said, let me know if you want me to just play through the Blitz games and do the quick game review, or if you want more analysis after the games, or if you find that too slow and boring, just let me know what you think in the comments. So thank you for watching and have a super chess day.